And it is brilliant to have you here. As we said at the beginning,
thank you.
15 years this event's been going on about. We've been talking about that entrance to the market will come with significant scale. So why don't we start with what you do from day to day, obviously introduce yourself, and talk to us about that scale, because you launched ads about a year ago in about 10 different countries, and you've got 5 more coming on board. So tell us what you know, how the launch has gone, and do introduce yourself.
Sure. So good morning, everyone. I'm Alan Moss, and I lead global ad sales for Amazon Ads. And it's great to be here with you. This past year has been a busy year for us in Amazon Ads. We introduced ads for the first time on Prime Video. And I'm pleased to say it's gone really well. Mm-hmm. We've gotten great reaction from our advertisers and agency partners alike. I think it helped a lot that on day one, we provided industry-leading reach, audience reach around the globe. We're able to reach over 200 million monthly active viewers in the marketplaces that we launched. That's 115 million plus in the US, 19 million here in the UK. And 12 million in your home country of Canada as well. So we covered a lot of ground. I think it mattered that we had immediate scale in the marketplaces that we launched, and then to be able to provide trillions of signals that we have at Amazon to help advertisers really work more smartly, provide more relevant messages to their customers, and then the ad tech behind it to make it easy to deliver and measure. And that really has allowed us to bring full funnel marketing to life for our advertisers, allow them to connect the top of the funnel awareness through to consideration and on to conversion. And it's been a great year. I'll also say what I'm really excited about as well is the opportunity to democratize the advertising space, to make it available to advertisers of all sizes, mm-hmm. And bring them into the market.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. So when you look at it internally, did it exceed your expectations in terms of the advertiser interest and the consumer response, or was it below expectations? If you want to answer that.
Yeah, no, it was. I think in many ways it hit our expectations. We're always unsatisfied at Amazon and want to do better on behalf of our customers. But I think we were really happy with our initial launch. Prime Video, but it's still day one. We have a lot of work to do. Yeah. And we're just getting going.
So I had a little play with the service, as I usually do with these things. Had a little fiddle with it. It's in Canada, obviously. So what was interesting was you just switched everyone over to ads who had a Prime service, and it's $3 if you don't want ads. So a couple of questions: how many people switched to no ads? You did that again? Did that match your sort of expectations on that too?
So what we really learned in that process is that if you give your customers a choice, if your ad-supported tier is one where you have meaningfully fewer ads than any other streaming service, and if you're able to show them relevant ads, they tend to stick with it. And so we're really pleased with the number of customers that stayed with the ad-supported tier, but of course we want to also provide our customers options, so they can upgrade to the ad-free tier if they want to as well. But I think we're very much on track. So where we wanted to be.
So James mentioned simplicity, and I thought it was interesting what you were saying, because I've heard this before about clients wanting to spend last minute. And they want to execute, and they want to come to TV and premium TV services. Are you seeing that also? Is Amazon able to soak up those dollars in a quick and efficient manner?
No doubt.
In a way that broadcast perhaps struggle with?
Yeah, I think it's about being nimble. It's about setting up your customer service and your relationships. It's about that advertiser having the creative ready. Yeah. If they do, you can move fast. I mean, for Thursday Night Football, there are examples where we've shot ads the day of the game. Very timely for some of our biggest brands that want to do.
You've shot the ads for the clients?
Yeah, we helped produce those ads and shot them very much same day with our talent.
Yeah.
So it can be done.
Okay. So I did have a little play with it. And right, are you ready for my review? It's not bad, by the way. It's not all bad. I can see he's a bit nervous here.
Yeah, I'm getting really
Do you know what really annoyed me is I totally forgot to watch Hockey Night. So just
Monday night.
Monday night, I know. So what's I think odd in Canada, or maybe this is your strategy rolling out. They have almost sort of subleased the hockey rights from Rogers. Is that right? So you just have Monday night games. Is that correct?
We licensed from NHL.
From NHL, okay.
Monday night.
But it's just, I kept missing the games because I wanted to see the ads. But I hear you're bringing new advertisers into the market.
We are indeed.
Is that right?
Yeah. So one of the great things, well, live sports, everyone, fans love their live sports. And we've definitely seen that. We're involved in live sports in a very big way in the U.S. It's Thursday night football, as you said, NHL night, Monday night in Canada, Champions League here in Europe. Women's sports is incredibly popular. WNBA, National Women's Soccer League, and all of that. What we're seeing is with our streaming option, we're bringing new advertisers into the games.
Yeah,
ones that haven't advertised in the NFL before, haven't advertised in many of those leagues. I'll just give you one example.
And these are new to TV as well. This is the
many are
not new
to
to
TV
Amazon,
and
new ads to the market.
Many are new to TV. Some are new to us, and I think they see the big opportunity out there. I'll give you one recent example. We had a Black Friday football game just a couple weeks ago, and 40% of the advertisers had never advertised in that game with us previously. So, and they were lining up. We sold out of our inventory really early on in the upfronts because they wanted to be part of that. They know that that's a time of year when folks are looking for holiday gifts and are in the shopping state of mind. So it's been great to see new advertisers come in, and I think they're seeing the performance as well and being able to connect the full funnel story for their brands.
So I bounced around some different content just to see if you get pre-roll, mid-roll, what type of ads you had. Again, all right ads, I'll say. Quest Trade was a little bit too much frequency on the old Quest Trade ad. Not interested, just if you're wondering. But the quality was I'd say was pretty good, right? There was only a couple of ads every half hour. Is that key to your service? So you're not oversupplying ads on these particular TV channels and services, and the quality of the inventory too? Yeah,
look, for sure. First and foremost, the most important thing is to get the customer experience right.
Yeah.
And to make sure we have amazing premium content, A-list actors, a diverse range of content that a variety of different customers want to watch. And then on top of that, we want to make sure that we have a meaningfully lower ad load than other services. Mm-hmm. We know.
What is it typically? Do you know like how many ads per hour? I was trying to figure it out, but it's kind of difficult because of the nature of how you watch these services is that you're clicking on different content.
I'm going to let some of your other speakers talk to what their data is. Mm-hmm. We've done some benchmarks ourselves, and I think we've seen in the linear world to get a little bit.
Well, linear in the US is off the charts, isn't it? And obviously, if you're going against that, you can easily undercut that because I was seeing about 2 ads every half hour.
Yeah, indeed. So we've, as we said, we've been very consistent in wanting to have a great customer experience, and we think if you show relevant ads that are informative and helpful about products and services that you're interested in, customers will stick with you.
Yeah. So one of the conversations we had which was really enlightening, is that you don't want to be just seen as a partner to help with short-term tactics, bottom of the funnel activities. You want to use other levers that you've got, other data points within Amazon to attract top of the funnel type of advertisers. Like, why is that essential to your sell, and what are these other signals that you can use in the Amazon sort of environment for the brands who are looking for demand generation?
Yeah. So first of all, I'll say at Amazon Ads, we started, and I think are pretty well known for helping to shape the retail media landscape, and we're very proud of our ability to drive sales and conversions both on and off Amazon. But in over years of working with advertisers, what I found, especially with challenger brands, you can only get so far as a business mopping up existing demand. And at some point, brands need to start to create demand. They need to educate advertisers about their products and services. They need to bring them into their aisles, whether it's virtual or physical, and they want to command shelf space. And we know that brand advertising works for that. Full funnel advertising and being able to connect awareness, consideration, and ultimately the sale is a great opportunity, but it's not that interesting if the top of the funnel is not full. And big brand advertising, especially around the premium content that we have with Prime Video, is a great opportunity to do that.
Do you offer other sort of outcome metrics then to support those brands who are using you for demand generation?
Yeah, I mean the key is it's some of the metrics at the various levels of the funnel that folks have known for many years, but it's also new metrics like new to brand, customers that haven't bought your brand before that you can see over time, the ability to bring it all together, to understand the new consumers you're bringing into that brand. It's huge, and then you can track them through, as over time maybe they're subscribe and save customer, regular purchaser for an everyday item, that sort of thing. So it's really helpful to understand that.
And you're providing all these metrics to the advertiser generally.
We are, and we're also finding advertisers starting to speak that language as well, talking about integrated brand campaigns and those kinds.
Well, it's about time, because they've been focusing at the bottom of the funnel for way too long. You said when you meet marketers now, post-COVID, this seems to be sort of like a big change from CMOs that you're chatting to.
Absolutely, I think at the end of COVID, a lot of CMOs, there was a huge increase in demand and definitely pull forward a bunch of demand. And coming out of COVID, I think a lot of CMOs realized they hadn't really paid attention to their brand and hadn't invested in much in their brand messaging, and they saw that as things slowed down, and no doubt inflation and some of the other headwinds made it tough. But we see them now really leaning in and really want to do full funnel advertising with us and connect the whole chain.
Yeah, because when we talked about it, I was like, well, you got car ads on there, you see them all the time, but you don't exactly sell cars, but you actually do sell cars now. So
we may be getting into that with Amazon.
Maybe, okay, you may be getting into that. That's the private stuff. Okay, what looking at Amazon now, and you're looking at your overall ad business, because I know you look after the entire ad business as well, and you've got now Prime Video ads. How's that impacted your sort of overall advertising business?
Yeah, the experience with Prime Video ads has been great this year. In terms of the business, a few years ago we started breaking out in our earnings reports our ad revenues. They've been growing annually about 20% plus a year, so we feel pretty good about that. But as I said earlier, we've got a lot of work still to do. When you think about Amazon ads in our context, in many ways we're the monetization engine of Amazon, and particularly for our various publishers. And there's a long history of us helping to monetize our retail stores, Fire TV, Alexa, IMDb, Whole Foods Market. And so it was just natural that we would also help to monetize Prime Video. And what's really important about that monetization is it allows us to reinvest in great content and continue to develop amazing content, license live sports rights, and really enhance what we can do.
Has that allowed you then to engage with larger brands looking to achieve different things? And is that say one of the major impacts on your ad business?
Yeah, there's no doubt it's brought not only large brands that work and sell on Amazon, but importantly also brands that don't sell on Amazon, but realize the industry-leading reach with all the benefits of a digital streaming service and the ability to have that kind of measurement, the kind of trillions of insights that we can bring to bear on their marketing, and we find it's just as effective.
Okay.
And for those that don't sell on Amazon.
Okay, and James mentioned this about measurement and transparency. As you know, TV is held to a higher standard, right? You're in the premium video content world. I'd love to know how you're bridging the two worlds between working with JICs around the world and utilizing your own data. Obviously, the US is a little different to the rest of the world. So what is your view on transparency and working with the sort of existing sort of mechanisms, if you like, that sort of dominate broadcast around the world?
Yeah, so we've really tried to thread a needle here and provide the best of both worlds. On the one hand, in the countries in which we launched, we wanted to provide familiar measurement, the third parties that are known there, and work with some of the standard bodies, and that meant participating with some of those local JICs. At the same time, we want to embrace what makes Amazon unique, and that's innovation. It always has been. And as a digital streaming service, we have a lot of first-party insights that we can bring to bear, some unique measurement that we can also offer, and then capabilities that are really different. Things like shoppable ads, being able to use your remote and immediately add to cart, maybe even check out in 15 seconds or less on Amazon, or audience-based creative, where the creative message is different for different audiences. And so we've also really wanted to lean into the capabilities of digital and hopefully shape a bit of what TV is going to look like in the future.
So how important is transparency to you with all that? How important is it to be sort of measured in an equal way with how the TV industry is now?
It's incredibly important. We've been in the industry a while, and we know that there's plenty of advertisers that don't want us grading our own homework, that third-party measurement's important to them, and we want to make that easy for them as well.
What's your view, sort of being from the US then, looking at how the JICs work in other markets? Are you impressed with how it's run, or unimpressed is also an option?
I don't know if I'm the right expert to answer that. I will say we've leaned in.
Well dodged.
With the various JICs.
Yeah. So your door is open for the JICs around the world.
We have been working with a number of them,
yeah.
And in some cases, some of them don't yet measure streaming, and so we're working with them to move them along in that area, and we think that's important because consumer behavior is changing. Billions of people are moving from linear traditional TV to streaming, and we think that's an important change in consumer behavior that should be measured accurately.
Because you're just referencing the Canada one for the hockey, you're actually using the JIC there, but for the other stuff, you're not quite using them there. Are you able to give the JICs then the data to help them with their streaming proposition? Is that on offer?
We have a measurement team that works very closely with the JICs, helping them with their methodology, understanding what data we can contribute, and depending on their methodologies, we work closely with them.
So what's interesting, when you look around the world, you're obviously a partner with ThinkBox here, which is obviously a trade body to support TV investment, Video Futures Council in Australia as well. Are those institutions really important to you? Is your door open for those two to be part of those organizations as you grow your business around the world?
We're always happy to work with industry bodies. We work with a number of them, and we want to help influence and shape the industry. As I mentioned, there's a lot of innovations. There's a lot of capabilities with a streaming premium service that are now available in a very big way. And I think it's important that the extent to which we can help those bodies embrace that world, understand it, maybe even define new standards for it.
So I think the room is trying to figure out, are you a friend or a foe? So which one is it?
We're a friend. We're a friend. Look, I mean, everyone's got, you've got more content choices than you ever had before.
Yeah.
Great viewing options. I think the marketplace wins when you have more options, and I think
you can help grow the pie, can you?
I hope so. I certainly hope so. Look, if you look at what we've done, let's just take live sports for a minute and Thursday Night Football.
Good segue, because we're going to come on to that.
Okay, great. Yeah. Well, so I'll just use that as an example. We are bringing a younger audience into those games. Our audience versus traditional broadcasters of the NFL are 7 or 8 years younger.
Yeah.
They're more engaged. Many of them don't watch Sunday Night Football or other broadcasts during the weekend, and so we've seen it grow the market. We've also seen new advertisers come in and participate. So I think there are real examples of helping to grow the market in ways that are going to be good for everyone.
So on content strategies, very quickly, is sports major one as you roll out in all these markets. To ensure that people actually, because I guess a lot of people have a Prime service, but they might not actually use the video. But sports is a great reminder that it's there. So sports is one. Are you going to build like any other stickier type broadcast-like content, reality or anything like that, like appointment view stuff? Are you going to go into that?
So content.
What can you reveal on the stage today?
I'll reveal it all. Content is key for us. We want great content, and most importantly, we want diverse content that appeals to a really wide audience. And that means, yes, live sports and appealing to fandom in many different countries, whatever that sport is. But it also means movies. It means TV shows. It means game shows.
Movies are tough to advertise on, though, aren't they?
But they're engaging, and so there's pre-roll, there's ways to do it, there's sponsorships, there's other opportunities there, and we all love movies, so we need to offer them. So, but game shows where I think Wednesday nights on Prime now is when a few of our game shows premiere. So we've introduced a few recently. Reality TV for sure appeals to a broad audience. So absolutely, we want content, a real wide range of content that where there's something for everyone, for all audiences.
Next few years, you'll see a lot of investment in that sort of genre.
Sure.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, can join me in thanking Alan for coming all this way from San Francisco.